Good morning. I would like to invite Vasyl Hatsko, head of the faction of the Democratic Alliance in Kyiv Council. Switch off your phones, please. We have a lot of information about for advertisement on the streets and how that money is spent. So he will show corruption in outdoor advertisement. He will describe that and he will give you details. Good morning. Let's go to the next. I will give you some pictures. Please pay attention. There's a picture taken on the February 4, 2014, before dramatic events on Hrushevsko Street. That was during Revolution of Dignity. And this picture is taken also on Hrushevsko Street on February 22, several days ago. It's a march of dignity. A lot of European leaders, European top officials, together with our president and Ukrainian politicians. As a sign of solidarity, they walk along Hrushevsko Street. You know that what unites these two pictures? Lots of differences, many differences, and a lot has changed during this year. During this period, Ukrainian collapsed the regime of Yanukovych. Ukraine started to defend the country from the aggression from Russia. And this street saw many changes also. A year ago, there was Berkut here standing and inferior troops, and now it is free, without barricades, and periodically European leaders walk down the street. A lot has changed, except one thing: corruption in advertisement, outdoor advertisement. Pay attention to the top of this picture, of this and the previous one, and you will see advertisement, and they are called. You have to look at the classification. That is outdoor advertisement. According to information that it was provided by Department of Social Communication, such constructions of advertisement in Kyiv, we have 10 of them in Kyiv. They say, we inform you that according to the database of Department of Social Communication, in Kyiv, we have such a number of this is this like band, and 10 of them, they say. On Hrushevsko Street, we found 16 of them. So this kind of this type of advertisement. Rectangular and spread. If we analyze these advertisement on the streets of Kyiv, we can see that not only Hrushevsko Street has such a big difference in the number of these advertisement carriers. Here, Sagaidachno Street in Kyiv. These pictures were taken yesterday, and on that street we found 16 this kind of ads. You can see well on the pictures. This is Nabrezhno-Lughova Street, next to Sagaidachno Street. We found 22 of them there. Just for you to understand, just on one street, the number of these ads is higher. The number of permissions issued by the city authorities and to place them on the streets of Kyiv. If we speak about revenues or under revenues to Kyiv budget, it's about, we speak about many millions just on from one ad. Now have one document for you from the utilities Kyiv Reklama. They have here all ad carriers, about 40 or 37 here that should bring revenues to this budget of the capital. According to this document, in 2015, it was expected that from that particular advertisement, I mean that band, we should receive 48,000 revenue from all. And now, if to take now as the base real data, and give me please the next slide, real number. Only on 2 streets that we studied and for which we have the answer from Department of Social Communication that there is no construction advertisement at construction like that. In a year, Kyiv was supposed to get 700,000 revenue. This is 16. That's on Sagarachno Street, and 22 on. We found on Nabrežna Luhova Street, and according to tariffs for Kyiv, we get the amount which the budget doesn't get, and that is 700,000 revenue. That's what we don't get to the budget. If we speak about the number of these ads, these particular ads in Kyiv, according to our calculations, we have about 1,500 of them. If to multiply, just if to use the lowest tariffs, and the city was supposed to get from the payment for the usage of those ads, we get the number of 220 million hryvnia. It's 400 more than it was planned by. It was by capital authorities this year. Ads, again, we have more than 30 of them, about 40 types. And we speak only about one of them, that troll or transparent or a band or rectangular ad or ad spread. It's less than 1% among all the rest of the advertisement. If we speak about inspecting and checking realistic data as to advertisement and revenues, potential revenues to the budget, we understand that's it's about that to the pockets of corrupted officials now, the team of Vitaly Klitschko, because utilities and HR, it was he approved them. He put them on those positions, and that money doesn't go to the budget, but goes to pockets of those public servants. If to speak about our requirements or what must be done in the capital for us, for the city budget to get money that are hidden from the public, from citizens of Kyiv and residents of Kyiv. And when we participated when we ran the campaign right after Maidan, I didn't know that I would have to speak about that. But elementary today, we could have to stop still and I speak about the team of Vitaly Klitschko. We should stop them stealing. Of course, we should set order in advertisement, and we should reduce the number of ads. It will not influence on the budget, because the amount of hidden advertisement for which we don't get revenues, and it is catastrophically big. 3 requirements. We would like to have access and access to control and to have public control over advertisement and revenues, and for that, Kyiv authorities and Vitaly Klitschko must comply with the law about inventory of all advertisement in Kyiv, And as they said, it was done in September, and they have to publish. They should give access to that electronic database. I would like to show how it looks like. If you go to get to the Kyiv Reklama company, you'll see this picture. It says that in this spot you can get information about those ad carriers, and that's where they should include. There should be a list of all ad carriers for which they got licenses and or permissions. But unfortunately, you will not find that here. The database is on the stage of development, as they say, and we have the same picture for months. And the alternative, you can download the file. You can press it as many times as you want, but you will not download anything. In January, in the capital, we approved the budget, and revenues or expenditures for food of feeding children in Kyiv schools. It was approved that they would be covered in the cost of two additional sources. Source number one, that is parking places, and I told you about that several weeks ago when I presented the results of our studies, and the second, additional revenues from advertisement. We were against that children feed and to be connected with corruptional revenues. That's a high risk. If we don't control and pressure, then children will be without food. So that's the situation. Whether public servants from Kyiv get money or children. So we have no other chance, but we have to raise these two. We have to look at these two issues. We should monitor them. That's why today, on using simple examples, we show where and how abuse is taking place. We'll initiate the meeting with Vitaly Klitschko because I see that our official mail doesn't bring us any result. We'll initiate a special working group in the framework of the budget committee in the Kyiv Council, and I'm a member of it, and we'll need additional checks, and we'll examine Kyiv Reklama, and department also will ask police, and we will demand some decisions as to the staff in this field. Thank you very much, Vasyl, for your information. Your questions, please. Ukrainian News, Shumich and Igor. There was a statement of the director of Kyiv Reklama, Oleg Kalinichenko, that they cannot efficiently stop advertisement because they don't have enough of equipment, or it's old, or they don't have it at all. Is it true? Is it a real reason why they don't take down advertisement? The reasons not to set order in the capital. There are too many of them. But I don't believe that there is anything serious, because there are lots of instruments, levers of influence on those who illegally place advertisement, and there are lots of such instruments, administrative, legal, etc. And I would like to remind that elections to the mayor's office, to the city council in Kyiv, we had those elections last May, so it's almost a year. So in a year, they were supposed to find an opportunity to solve difficult, important issues in the capital. Today, look, the government of Kyiv can be assessed according to simple criteria. So if we look at what gives what residents in Kyiv care about. We'll see that in the capital, the residents of our city, they are concerned and they're not happy, for example, with an issue of small selling points and too much of advertisement and illegal building. So there are 3-4 issues or sectors where just having a political will, you can set order. But we don't see that. I don't believe that that there is no technical opportunity or administrative influence to stop placement of illegal advertisement. I don't believe that it is there without the knowledge of those public servants who work in Kyiv Council.
Скажіть, будь ласка, тобто я так розумію, дітям у дитячих садочках не вистачить?
So I understand the children in the kindergartens do not receive free lunches because if these two domains are not providing enough income, then there is risk for children's food. What amount should be there? You have a right supposition because one meal used to cost 7 hryvnias in school. That's 1 hour parking in the capital. So every time you give money to parking representative, instead of putting it instead of parking meter, you give 1 meal less to the child. So advertising tariffs have been set during time of Chernovetsky, and about 800 income comes from 1 poster, but it depends on location and zoning, but lack of money coming from advertising will influence the budget, especially possibility today to fully finance meals of children in schools. Vasyl, clarification. What we talked about external advertising, we're talking about billboards, city lights, and trolls. Yes, there is classificator, there is corresponding order on the city level to justify every type of advertising means. For example, here in the plan of budget for 2015, there are 37 types of advertising, mainly banners, electronic boards, city lights, and then flags, advertising screens, and then big holders and boards. The biggest income from the income of billboards come to the city budget. So the article that we look at here in intended expected 48,000 hryvnias, and let's see how much today. This is not true data. So according to your calculation, how much Kyiv budget has not received from external advertising? We calculated that over a year today, the city budget does not receive several hundred million hryvnias. That's supposition and calculation based on preliminary figures. But if we talk about one specific advertising tool, we are talking about 20 million hryvnia per year. 50,000 scheduled, but there should be 20 million hryvnia, so 400 times decreased amount of income from one advertising carrier. I want you to come and visit us with Vitaly Klitschko, or after we meet with him, and tell us how this is going to be